Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Chana Adiela. Today I want to speak to the sons of Adam and the daughters of Eve. This clip is for each and every one of us because what the world has become is not pleasing at all. How we are relating, interacting with each other, men and women, it is not right. These days, out of every 10 women that you meet, 5 or 6 are women who believe that there are no good men outside there. There are no good men left. And the terms that they use for these men, they are very degrading. Many women will say, all men are woof woofs. I'm not going to use the term that they use. I need to be polite in this post as I'm reaching many. Let's go to the men. Out of every 10, 6 men will say, there's no good woman left. All women are loose. Is that really the truth? No. To me, there are good men and good women outside there. But that's not how the society that we live in today views that. And why is that? Because you're going to find that by the time a woman is in her 50s, if she's not settled in her marriage, she'll have dated countless men and slept with them too. Same case for men. By the time he's 50, he has slept with hundreds. And that's why we're ending up finding many men and women are bitter and angry, and they no longer believe in marriage. And that should not be the case. Let us look at our grandparents. During their time, if I was to ask you from where you come from, how many people of the age of our grandparents were single mothers? Very few. There were cases, but very few. And in those cases that there were few, it's either the husband died or the marriage broke up. The smaller ratio was of those who had children out of wedlock. Look at today. I can say 65% of children are being raised by single mothers. Some not by choice. Some it's a cause of divorce, death. And in the other percentage, you're single not by choice, but by circumstances. And that's why you're raising your children on your own. Maybe you had sex at an early age and started your family there, or you were cohabiting with someone, it didn't work, you left, and you started raising your kids or your child on your own. Then along the way, you met other men who you're dating, you added 2 or 1 more baby, and it didn't work out, and you are left to raise your babies on your own. In these case scenarios, you're going to find that a woman is going to come out as angry and believing that men are not good, men are users, they will use you and dump you. Same case for men. We also have some single dads, some out of divorce, death, and others out of broken up relationships. Why are we having all this? Why are we finding so very many single mothers outside there, broken and shattered? The simple fact is, in light of modernization and being independent, we have let the traditional values and the Christian values erode and become of no importance to us. What do I mean by that? Let's first go through the traditions. For us in Africa, sex before marriage was a taboo. I'm sure even in other cultures, Europe, in the Americas, it was also a taboo. When you look at our grandparents, there were very few cases of women being single mothers out of premarital sex. There were very few and isolated cases. Coming down to our generation, you are finding that majority of us are single mothers out of premarital sex. What does the Bible say about that? The Bible is very clear. Sex before marriage is a sin. Islam too. And I know even the Jews, the Jewish people, going by the Mosaic laws, sex before marriage was a taboo. What happened? We changed. We started believing that we are free spirits, we are independent, we can do things our way and not uphold the traditional values that we got from our different backgrounds and cultures, and also from the religious aspect. And we claim we are free to exercise our sexuality. Sexuality, as per our traditions, our backgrounds, and religion, is well and clearly stipulated by God. Sex is sacred and is meant for marriage. But we decided to become modern. We don't want to be too old-fashioned to uphold those values. And that is why we are having people who are angry and bitter, believing that they are not good men or women outside there. For me, what I will tell you is there are good men and women outside there. But we have to change how we are viewing sex, because these days sex is taken in a very carefree and light way. Sex is no longer sacred. You will find that a young girl, maybe who has a very good upbringing, and she believes that she will have sex only when she's married. When she starts dating a man, they go for the first date, second date, third date. By the fourth date, the man will start demanding for sex. Some in subtle ways, others who are going to come out in a very rough way, telling her, what do you think you have? What is so special about you that you're keeping your legs closed for me? Do you think I'll be any more interested in you? If you don't own it up now, if I don't hear it, I'm done. I can get it elsewhere. You see? Callous and carefree way of thinking about things. If she can't give it to me, I can get it elsewhere. Why? We are too modern. We are too independent. We are free to exercise our sexuality. He will go there, sleep with another girl, dump her, go to the next. That young girl, in the next 15 years, is going to be that angry, bitter, and vile woman saying there are no good men left because she's having sex before marriage and at will. For the men too. For the men too. We do it to them. You start dating this man. You've been seeing him for 2 months, a month. You give it up to him. And why do you give it up to him? For favors. And if within 3 months, he's not taking you to the salon, making your hair, your nails, he's not buying you a phone, he's not paying your rent, he's not paying school fees for your child or children, you're done with him. Why? He's not worth my time. He's sleeping with me and he's not giving me money. It is wrong. Sex before marriage. Besides being callous about sex, we have also commercialized the same. We are working commercial sex workers. All of us. I'm not just talking about the red light girls. Each and every person, every single man or woman has commercialized sex. How so? By a woman is expecting favors from a man. After seeing him for some time, he needs to pay her rent. He needs to do so much, and yet he is not her husband. And if he doesn't, she withdraws the sex. She moves on to the other because the men are there willing to do it. And the men, same thing. We have commercialized sex. So there's no point of us pretending, being pretentious, and saying men and women, there are no more good people left. We are the ones who are not good. We are not good to ourselves. By choosing to have sex before marriage or outside of marriage. Let us try to change how we have brought things to this level. The kids that we are raising, the young men and women, our teenage children, our young men and women in their 19s, early 20s, they already have that notion. Our young girls are saying, I cannot go to college, have a college education, get my own good job, then have a man bringing his nonsense to me. I will walk out. If I don't have a baby, I'll look for a sperm donor, have my babies and raise them on my own. Wrong way of thinking. That is not how God intended it to be. That is a man-made kind of a thing. It is not godly and it is not right. For the young men that we have, I interact with them and they tell me, talk to our young girls and tell them to stop coming to us believing that they're enough on their own. They're stubborn, they're headstrong, they're rude and arrogant. Why? We have raised our daughters to think just because you've gotten an education and you are going to get a good job, that that a woman should not stress you out. You're married to her, she's giving you a headache. Brother, dude, leave her. Get another one. That is how we are raising our children, and it is a wrong kind of a way of raising them. What is the world going to turn to if already right now, majority of the women in the age bracket of 25 to 45 believe that there's no good man outside there? Same case for the men. And that's why we find relationships not working, because a woman is getting into a relationship knowing, I am dating this man to get as much as I can from him, for he's getting my body, he's having sexual favors. Commercialize the sex. The men, I like that woman, I'll give her as much as I can, buy her a car, buy her a house, pay her rent, for as long as she's giving it to me and giving it to me good. But the moment she tries to show me that now she's okay, she starts acting up, I dump her, I move to the next one. That's not how things are meant to be. I know this post is going to ruffle a few feathers, but this is the truth. It is the real truth. We have commercialized sex. It is wrong. Sex should be in the confines of marriage. Bottom line. We need to change our perspective and our notions about dating and relationships. Right now, we are having motivational speakers, life coaches, talking about how soon should you give it up in a relationship. In the eras of our grandparents, there was nothing like that. A girl was meant to remain pure till she was married. Now we are talking about how soon. I date him for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Then I can give it up. Then that is not going to be soon. We're even discussing about how soon you should have sex when you're dating. If we try to change these things, we are going to see that relationships will start working. Marriages will start working. And God will bless us. The many issues that we are having, they will start becoming fewer. They will not end, but they'll become fewer. Because we are obeying the laws of the Most High God. But if we keep at it, at this, things are only going to get from bad to worse. In my native tongue, from my community, the Kikuyu community in Kenya, There's a saying or adage that says, Roe Roshoke Mokaro. Translated, that means, let the river go back to its course. We need to do that. Let's take this river of chastity, of sex being sacred, back to the course that our God ordained it for. I thank you all. Do have a lovely new week and blessed new month. Bye-bye.